One plant can sharpen your memory in 12 weeks. Another can cut 19 different inflammation markers in just 10 weeks. One tiny sprout contains a compound so powerful your brain can only unlock it if your gut is healthy enough to make it first. And one golden root has been shown in clinical trials to raise the exact brain chemical that antidepressants try to mimic. These aren't ancient myths. These are real studies done at Stanford, at King's College London, and published in some of the most respected journals on Earth. But here's what none of those studies tell you in plain language. Your gut and your brain are not separate systems. They are one system, and when you feed one, you are feeding the other. Today, I'm going to show you exactly which 8 plants sit at that intersection, what they actually do for you, and then, because I promised you the science, I'm going to walk you through the biology that explains why it all works. And trust me, the science is the part that's going to surprise you most. All the research links are in the description. Let's get into it. Plant 1. Fermented foods, kimchi, kefir, yogurt, sauerkraut. Let's start here because this one is the most powerful entry point on the list and the most misunderstood. Fermented foods are not just good for digestion. People who eat them regularly tend to have lower levels of brain fog, lower systemic inflammation, and a more diverse internal ecosystem in their gut, which, as we'll get to later, is one of the biggest predictors of long-term brain health. The mood connection is real. The energy connection is real. The mental clarity people report after adding fermented foods is not in their heads. Well, actually, it is in their heads. That's exactly the point. How to get it. You don't have to make your own. A small cup of plain kefir in the morning, a side of kimchi with lunch, or a portion of live culture yogurt with no added sugar. That's enough to start. If you want to make your own, lacto-fermented vegetables are incredibly simple. Cabbage, salt, a jar, and 3 days. That's it. Look for the words live cultures or naturally fermented on the label. Plant 2. Wild blueberries. Wild blueberries are smaller, darker, and significantly more potent than regular blueberries. They are packed with compounds called anthocyanins, the pigments that give them their deep blue-purple color, and these compounds have a direct relationship with how well your brain performs. People who eat them regularly report better recall, faster thinking, and noticeably improved focus. Older adults in particular show a meaningful difference: sharper memory, better attention, quicker reaction times. Beyond the brain, they have also been shown to lower blood pressure. One food. Multiple systems, all connected. How to get it. Frozen wild blueberries are just as effective as fresh, and they're available year-round in most UK, US, and Canadian grocery stores. Look for wild blueberries specifically, not just regular blueberries, because the anthocyanin concentration is significantly higher. A generous handful 5 days a week is more than enough. Toss them into oatmeal, smoothies, or eat them straight from the bag. Plant 3. Broccoli sprouts. Here's the one that genuinely surprises people. Broccoli sprouts, not broccoli florets, but the tiny 3-day-old sprouts, contain up to 100 times more of a key active compound than mature broccoli. They look like alfalfa sprouts. They taste mildly spicy, almost like radish, and they are one of the most underappreciated foods you can eat for your brain and your gut simultaneously. Regular consumption has been linked to reduced anxiety, improved gut barrier function, and better detoxification of environmental toxins your body picks up just from living in a modern city. People who add them consistently often notice calmer digestion, clearer skin, and steadier mood. How to get it? You can grow these at home into a mason jar for under $2. Buy organic broccoli sprouting seeds, rinse and soak them overnight, then drain and rinse twice a day for 3 to 4 days until you see green sprouts. Done! Or buy them pre-sprouted from health food stores. The key: eat them raw or very lightly added to food at the end. Heat destroys a significant portion of their potency. Plant 4. Turmeric. Turmeric has been used for thousands of years in traditional medicine across South Asia, and modern science is now building a very compelling case for why. The active compound in turmeric has been shown in multiple human trials to support mood, reduce brain fog, and protect neurons from the damage caused by chronic stress and poor diet. People dealing with low-grade depression or persistent anxiety often report noticeable improvement with consistent use. Inflammation in the body, including the kind that affects how clearly you think, is measurably reduced. And it appears to help the brain produce more of a critical chemical it needs to grow new connections and stay sharp. How to get it? Add it liberally to cooking: eggs, rice, soups, roasted vegetables. The critical detail: always consume it with black pepper. Black pepper dramatically increases how much turmeric your body actually absorbs. Without it, much of the benefit passes straight through you. Golden milk, turmeric, warm milk, black pepper, a touch of honey is an excellent daily habit. Fresh turmeric root, available at many grocery stores, is more potent than the powder. Plant 5. Garlic. Garlic has a centuries-long reputation as a healing food, and it has genuinely earned it. It is one of the most well-documented plants for supporting a healthy internal ecosystem. It selectively feeds beneficial bacteria in the gut while suppressing harmful ones. It reduces inflammation throughout the body, and its benefits for the heart and circulatory system are directly connected to brain health. Better blood flow to the brain means better oxygen and nutrient delivery. People who eat garlic regularly tend to have stronger immune responses, lower blood pressure, and research consistently links it to reduced risk of cognitive decline over time. How to get it? Fresh raw garlic is significantly more potent than cooked. Try crushing or finely chopping 1 clove and adding it to a salad dressing. mixing it into a dip or stirring it into food just at the very end of cooking so it doesn't fully heat through. Even just 1 or 2 cloves a day makes a measurable difference. And if you want to grow it yourself, garlic is one of the easiest crops there is. Plant individual cloves in autumn, harvest in summer. One head planted becomes a full harvest. Plant 6. Ginger is warming, grounding, and has a deep connection to both gut and brain well-being. It has a powerful effect on inflammation, reducing it throughout the body in ways that extend well beyond the digestive system. It calms nausea, supports gut movement, and has been shown in research to protect brain cells from the kind of oxidative damage that accumulates with age and poor diet. There's also a mood element. People who drink ginger tea regularly often describe a subtle but real lift in mental clarity and a reduction in the general heaviness that comes with low-grade chronic inflammation. How to get it. Fresh ginger root is inexpensive, widely available, and keeps well in the freezer. Grate it directly from frozen. It's actually easier that way. Add it to hot water with lemon for a morning drink. Use it in stir-fries, soups, and smoothies. The fresh root is meaningfully more potent than the dried powder. A thumb-sized piece daily is more than enough. Plant 7. Green tea. Green tea is one of the most studied beverages on the planet, and it consistently delivers. It contains a unique combination of compounds, including one that produces a calm, alert mental state that coffee alone cannot replicate. People describe it as focused but not jittery. It supports gut diversity, reduces inflammation, and protects brain cells from damage over time. Long-term green tea drinkers consistently show lower rates of cognitive decline. It's simple, accessible, and deeply underestimated as a daily brain-supporting habit. How to get it. Brew it properly. Pour water that is hot but not boiling, around 75 to 80 degrees Celsius or 170 Fahrenheit. Boiling water makes it bitter and degrades some of its key compounds. Steep for 2 to 3 minutes. 1 to 3 cups daily is the range most research points to. Matcha, powdered green tea, is more concentrated and even more potent, but plain green tea bags work beautifully. Avoid sweetened green tea drinks. Most have so much added sugar they cancel out the benefits. Plant 8. Resveratrol-rich plants. Red grapes, red berries, dark chocolate. Resveratrol is the compound found in the skin of red grapes, in red berries like raspberries and cranberries, and in small amounts in dark chocolate. It has a strong anti-inflammatory effect, protects blood vessels, and has been shown to support brain health and slow cognitive aging. You don't need wine to get it. And honestly, the alcohol in wine largely offsets the benefit. The best sources are whole red and purple fruits, especially the skin. Dark chocolate above 70% cacao is also a legitimate source, and it comes with its own independent benefits for gut health and mood. How to get it. A daily portion of red or purple berries, a few squares of high-quality dark chocolate, or a small bunch of red grapes covers you well. These are simple, enjoyable, and easy to work into any diet. And now the science, here's where it gets genuinely interesting. You might be wondering, why these 8 plants specifically? What do a Korean fermented vegetable, a tiny blueberry, and a yellow spice from India all have in common? The answer is one of the most important things you can understand about your own body. Let's start with a question. Do you know how many neurons your gut has? About 500 million. That's more than your spinal cord. Your gut is wired like a brain, and it has been sending signals up to your actual brain for your entire life, mostly without you knowing. The connection is called the gut-brain axis. It runs primarily through a nerve called the vagus nerve, a long, wandering nerve that stretches all the way from your brainstem down into your abdomen. Think of it as a live wire between 2 control centers. And here's what researchers are only starting to fully understand. The signals on that wire are largely controlled by the bacteria living in your gut. When your gut bacteria are diverse and thriving, they produce compounds called short-chain fatty acids, butyrate, acetate, propionate. These aren't just digestive byproducts. They travel through your blood, they signal through the vagus nerve, they cross into your brain, they reduce neuroinflammation, and they help maintain the integrity of the blood-brain barrier, the protective layer that keeps toxins out of your brain. When that barrier breaks down, as it can with a depleted gut and poor diet, inflammatory molecules get into the brain. And chronic brain inflammation is one of the leading mechanisms behind depression, anxieties, memory loss, and cognitive decline. This is the central insight. A healthy gut is not just about digestion. It is a prerequisite for a healthy brain. In 2021, researchers at Stanford University published a landmark study in the journal Cell, one of the most prestigious science publications in the world. It was a proper randomized controlled trial led by Dr. Justin Sonnenberg. They took healthy adults and divided them into 2 groups. One group significantly increased their fiber intake over 10 weeks. The other group significantly increased their fermented food intake. The results were striking. The fermented food group showed a measurable increase in the diversity of their gut microbiome, and, simultaneously, the levels of 19 different inflammatory proteins in their blood went down. 4 types of immune cells also showed significantly reduced activation. The fiber group, their inflammation markers did not decrease, their microbiome diversity barely moved. The researchers described it as one of the first demonstrations that a simple change in diet can reproducibly rebuild the microbiome across a group of healthy adults, and that doing so has a direct, measurable effect on immune and inflammatory status. Inflammation is the common thread between gut disease, mental health conditions, and neurodegeneration. Reducing it through food is not a small thing. Then there are the polyphenols, the category of compounds found in blueberries, turmeric, green tea, ginger, and resveratrol-rich plants. Polyphenols are fascinating because most of them cannot be absorbed directly by your gut wall. They pass into your large intestine, where your gut bacteria ferment them and transform them into smaller, biologically active compounds that can enter your bloodstream and travel to your brain. In other words, you eat a blueberry, your gut bacteria process it, and the result is a brain-active compound that your gut made. This is why researchers at King's College London found that older adults who consumed wild blueberries daily for 12 weeks showed improved memory, faster reaction times, better attention, and lower blood pressure compared to a placebo group who received none. It was a randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled trial, the gold standard in research. The likely mechanism, as the researchers explained, was the anthocyanins in blueberries improving cerebral blood flow and reducing neuroinflammation through this same polyphenol biotransformation pathway in the gut. Now let's talk about broccoli sprouts, because this one genuinely stops people in their tracks. Broccoli sprouts contain a precursor compound. When you chew the sprout, an enzyme is released that begins converting it into sulforaphane, a compound that can cross the blood-brain barrier, protect neurons, reduce neuroinflammation, and activate the body's own cellular defense system. But here's the part that changes how you think about it. That conversion is also performed by gut bacteria. Your gut has to make it first. If your microbiome is depleted, low diversity, damaged by antibiotics or processed food, you extract significantly less from the same sprout. The health of your gut determines how much brain benefit you receive. Turmeric follows exactly the same principle. The active compound, curcumin, has been shown in a meta-analysis covering multiple clinical trials to significantly raise levels of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, the protein your brain uses to grow new connections, repair neurons, and resist the effects of stress and aging. Low BDNF is strongly associated with depression. High BDNF is associated with cognitive resilience. But curcumin is poorly absorbed on its own, which is why black pepper matters and why gut health matters even here. The honest caveat, and I'll say it plainly, most human trials in this field are still relatively small, and large-scale studies are still catching up to the mechanistic evidence. The biology is compelling, the human studies are promising, the field is moving fast, but the science is still emerging, and saying so is not a reason to wait. These are whole foods with no downside, substantial upside, and increasingly strong scientific reasoning behind them. So here's where we land. Your gut is not a passive digestion tube. It is an active, living ecosystem that produces neurotransmitters, regulates inflammation, communicates with your brain through a dedicated nerve, and determines how much benefit you extract from the very foods you eat. When you feed it the right things, fermented foods, wild berries, broccoli sprouts, turmeric, garlic, ginger, green tea, and resveratrol-rich plants, you're not just eating well. You are rebuilding the infrastructure your brain runs on. You don't have to do all 8 at once. Start with 1. Add kefir to your morning. Throw a handful of wild blueberries into your breakfast. Make a cup of green tea instead of a third coffee. These are small shifts with compounding returns over weeks and months. Your brain is worth feeding, and your gut is where it starts. Take care of yourself from the inside out.